Lindenwood women's soccer celebrates senior night by facing off against Little Rock. Both teams were looking to take the top spot in the OVC.
Rebecca Janke is one of the top players on Lindenwood's women's volleyball team. She sits down to tell us about balancing athletics and academics.
The Lindenwood Lions take on the Western Illinois Leathernecks for their homecoming football game this weekend. This could be their chance to move up in the OVC. Welcome to the Roar Report. I'm Trinity Rogers.
And I am Carmen Lumpkins.
It was senior day for the Lindenwood women's soccer team. To get started, Little Rock would get the kick, but the possession of the game quickly fell to the hands of Lindenwood. The Lions were able to keep possession of most of the first half, which included efforts to keep the ball close to the goal. A foul on Eglo Thornstein's daughter would give her a chance to assist the goal, but it will get headed away by Little Rock. When Little Rock sent it to Lindenwood territory, a save by Carolyn Ritter keeps the ball out of the net. Georgia Pardalos takes a shot right down the middle, but Peyton Urban was there to stop it. No points in the first half. Right away, Lindenwood gets to throw it in, and Anna Johnson sets up a good shot. Little Rock would get a free kick, but it goes wide left. The Lions would take 18 shots in the second half, while their defenders kept Little Rock to only 5 shots. It made it easy on Caroline Ritter as she only had to save 3 balls from the net. This is not the case for Little Rock's goalie, as she was busy in the net with 10 saves. A defensive effort by both teams would end the game. Final score 0-0.
The Lindenwood Lions visited Gardner-Webb last Saturday for their first matchup against the Bulldogs. Gardner-Webb would get their first touchdown early in the first quarter, getting their offensive game started. But late in the first quarter, Lindenwood would find the end zone themselves with a pass to Reese Thomas right down the middle of the field. Starting the second quarter with big moves, the Bulldogs would score off a 13-yard run by Edward Sadie. The back and forth would continue with Cortez Jones taking a leap into the end zone. He will score a touchdown off of that one. Then the refs will call a flag on Gardner-Webb to take them back 5 yards. But regardless, on the next play, Riddle passes 19 yards into the end zone to find Jordan Bly. He will get the touchdown, and then on the next play, he gets another one, but this time it is a 26-yard run in the last 30 seconds of the first half. The Lions go into halftime down 14-28. Lindenwood comes out in the third quarter as Jeff Caldwell makes an impressive 49-yard catch from Nate Glantz to cut Gardner-Webb's lead. Then the Bulldogs quarterback, Tyler Riddle, launches the ball past the lines to Taylor Shields as he rolls into the end zone. A great effort by Gardner-Webb's special team got number 1 into the end zone after a punt return, but a flag brings it back and saves Lindenwood from a Bulldogs touchdown. However, not long after, Quayshawn Holmes will break through the Lions' defense to put another score up for Gardner-Webb. Starting off the last quarter, Lindenwood went 6 plays and finished with a 17-yard run by Steve Hall for his first touchdown of the season. And Lindenwood will make a last-minute effort to go 90 yards down the field and score a touchdown by Drew Cobrath, but the game will finish 42-35. The Bulldogs win.
Men's ice hockey had a tough match of their own in Colorado against Air Force. In the first game, Lindenwood and Air Force both had success with a goal in the first and second period, but Air Force would get one more in the third period to win the match 2-3. In their second match on Sunday, Lindenwood got their first and only goal in the first period by Ethan Zekiel, but defense on both sides kept the puck out of the net. In the second period, the final frame would make Air Force winners as they were able to score 2 goals within the third period, pushing the final score 2-1.
Up next, we sit down with Rebecca Janke, a key player for Lindenwood women's volleyball, from leading in blocks to balancing life as a graduate student. She shares what drives her success on and off the court.
Are you ready for college? I get it. It's a big decision. But I think Lindenwood University can make your choice a whole lot easier. Let's start with over $30 million in scholarships and grants to make college affordable, and over 30,000 alumni working near campus to make the job hunt easier. And because we're local, enjoy the perks of campus life and stay close to enjoy home cooking. So, what do you say? Ready to awaken that lion within?
Welcome back to the Roar Report. Rebecca Janke has proven herself to be a standout player on Lindenwood's women's volleyball team. As a graduate student and key contributor, Rebecca is coming off an impressive season where she played in every match, ranked third in kills, and led the team in blocks. Known for her consistency, strong presence at the net, and all-around versatility, she's been a crucial part of the Lions' success. Our own Benedito Buzetta is with Rebecca Janke to learn more about her journey, her goals for the season, and the balance she's striking between academics and athletics.
So Rebecca, I hear that you are 29 kills away from 1,000 kills. That must be a big accomplishment for you.
Yeah, definitely. Be really exciting, so we'll see.
And I'm sure, like, when you play your these upcoming matches, that has to be kind of in the back of your mind, right?
I mean, it definitely is a little bit, but obviously, more than anything, I want our team to win, so I really try not to think about it, because, like, I hope that I accomplish that this season, but more than anything, like, I want to win conference as a team and stuff like that. So.
Definitely. So I see that you are a graduate student. I was wondering, how has being a graduate student influenced your approach to volleyball, in both in terms of your leadership and balancing academics with athletics?
Yeah, so academically, it really doesn't feel that different. My degree's actually online. My master's degree's online, so it's kind of nice. Like, I don't have a lot of classes, so academically, it really hasn't been that bad. And, like, on the court, we have a lot of grad students on our team, actually, this year. We have 4 people who are 5th year or older. Mm-hmm. So we really do have a lot of, like, senior leadership. But I mean, I think it just gives me more confidence, because, like, every year I feel like you get a little better, you know a little more what you're doing, what to expect. So I think it just makes me better every year.
Yeah. So would you say that you've kind of helped mentor some of the younger players on the team?
I think a little bit. I think in my position group, I'm the oldest, and have the most experience. So I think it's good that I can kind of help them out and, like, also reassure them. We have a freshman this year, just reassuring her, like, hey, like, it's normal to, like, make errors. Like, you're going to figure out eventually. It's just going to take some time. Right, so definitely.
Right. How have you adjusted your approach or mindset coming into the season after your last year's success?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of success last year, but I think ultimately we kind of fell short at the end. So I think we all kind of regrouped, and we all kind of knew together what our goal was for this year. And we've really been, like, working hard at practices and just making sure we're showing up to games ready to play.
Right. What has been your, what would you say has been your main focus this season in terms of improving your game compared to last year?
Like me personally, or like as a team?
No, you personally.
I think just, like, taking opportunities I get, like every set trying to make it a good ball, and just focusing on like different ways to score, like finding different ways to score points, not just hitting every ball the same, but like throwing in different shots and stuff like that, just like finding more opportunities with any ball I'm given.
Okay. How do you handle the pressure of maintaining or exceeding last season's performance in kills, blocks, and serving?
I think you really just take it day by day and just, like, trust that we're getting better as a team, and trust that I'm getting better as an individual, and just really, I think, try not to think about it, honestly. Like, I think beginning of this year we had a lot of pressure kind of going into it, knowing that we returned everybody but one person. So I think we kind of, this preseason and even the beginning of conference, had a little bit of a, like, who are we? And we lost a game in conference that we kind of weren't supposed to. And I think after that we really were like, we need to regroup, figure out, and really like, although it wasn't good that we lost a game, I think that took a lot of pressure off us because I know we played Tennessee Tech a couple weekends ago, who we were the 1 and 2 in conference, but they hadn't lost a game and we had. So I feel like it was kind of like we already lost. Like we have nothing to lose, but like they have everything to lose. So I think just remembering that.
Right. So you kind of took that like, you know what? We have nothing to lose. Let's try our 100% to get better and beat this team.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Awesome. What's one area of your game this season that you're most proud of?
Ooh. Probably my attacking. Like I think I've grown a lot as a hitter this last season. Like I was saying, like trying to hit different things and just getting better at hitting balls that aren't exactly perfect. So I'd say that. Like I think I've improved definitely at like scoring on more balls than I would have from last year.
That's awesome. Can you share what the team's goals are for this season and how you see your role in achieving them?
Yeah, I mean, definitely our team's biggest goal is to win conference, which we've started the season well. Like I said, we've lost one game, but we're still right now at the top of the conference. But I think that's really our biggest goal. And I mean, I think just going out, playing hard every game is how like I contribute, just kind of fill my role. I don't need to think of that I have to get every kill of the game because that's not how it works. Like we all have different spots, but just trying to do the best I can in my spot.
That's awesome. You faced some tough opponents this season. What match or moment so far to you has stood out and why?
Definitely I mentioned we played Tennessee Tech when at that point they were 4-0 in conference and we were 4-1 and we were the 1 and 2, and we also kind of just have like a little bit of rivalry with them. Like they have some girls from St. Louis that some of us know, and so we definitely wanted to beat them. So I think day one we swept them and like we just played great, and like we expected it to be a long game and we really just took care of business quick, and so I think that was definitely like the highlight so far for this year.
Awesome. Would you say that kind of helped you and your teammates strengthen your connection on the court this season to improve your overall gameplay?
Yeah, definitely, because we played them after we'd lost the weekend before, and so we kind of were like, oh no, like are we gonna fall apart this year, or are we gonna rise to the occasion? I think we really we stepped it up and we said we're gonna play hard and we're gonna win, and that's exactly what we did.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there any particular games coming up this season that you're especially excited about or kind of see as a defining moment for the team this year?
I mean, I'm excited. I think SEMO is going to be a big one for us. I think they just always kind of are. They're like our little in-state rival, and that's also like our senior night, so I think emotions are already going to be high, and they're actually currently right now below us, right second in conference, so I think that's going to be a good one, but there's not a ton of matches that I think we're really like super like out to get them like we were for Tech.
Okay. Well, Rebecca, I just want to say thank you for coming in and doing this interview with me, and we'll be back after the break.
What's it like to be a student athlete in the OVC? We rise to challenges and challenge others to rise with us. We show respect. We lead by example. In the OVC, we become champions on and off the field. That's OVC Sports, and you've got to OVC it.
Welcome back to the Roar Report.
Now we are going to look forward to some of the Lions athletic events during Lindenwood's homecoming week. Women's volleyball still holds a commanding lead in the Ohio Valley Conference, going into their final stretch of conference games before the playoffs against Tennessee State. The Lions are looking to continue their winning streak by defeating the last-ranked team in the OVC. Lindenwood has won 3 of the last 5 matches against TSU. The last time these opponents met, the Lions had 20 more kills, 7 more aces, and 19 more assists over the Tigers, finishing the series with 73 points to their 49.
Men's soccer goes up against Liberty University in their second ever matchup this Friday at 7. Lindenwood and Liberty are very close in the OVC standings, with Liberty boasting 5 wins and 2 losses, while Lindenwood has 3 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. While in their last matchup, the Flames had more time on Lindenwood's half, the Lions were more effective on their attacks, winning 2-1. Winning this match will not increase the Lions' conference standings, but it will put more distance between them and the 5th-ranked team, as they are the only one separated by 1 tie. Women's soccer plays Tennessee Tech on Sunday. This will be the last women's soccer game for the season and their chance to clinch a spot in the OVC playoffs. In the last match, Tennessee Tech won 3-0. Lindenwood currently stands as number 1 in the OVC rankings, followed by Tech in 2nd place. The Lions came up short in the last 3 games against Tech, making this a challenging final matchup. Lindenwood will go into this game with a conference record of 4-0-4.
Lions football look to improve their conference standings at the homecoming game against Western Illinois. This game will mark the halfway point in Lindenwood's 3rd conference run. They hold a 2-2 record. The Bulldogs have a 2-1 OVC going into their 4th conference game. The Lions are looking to regain their footing after a rough loss against Gardner-Webb. Nate Glantz will be looking to show he can lead his team to a win on home turf during the homecoming game. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the Rural Report.
We hope you have a great day and go out this homecoming weekend to cheer on our Lions.